Hey everyone, this is Alex Fincham with Ironis Insights. I have a special guest today, Kenny Joseph, calling from the West Coast. Kenny is the CEO of Step Ahead Solution. Where exactly are you calling from, Kenny? Thanks for joining us.
I'm thanks, Alex, for being part of this podcast. And I'm actually in San Jose, California.
Beautiful.
And
We were just chatting offline. It's probably a little better than over here in New York. It's like 25 degrees right
yeah,
now and maybe about to snow.
yeah, it's nice here though, but it's nice and cool and sunny. So we're just getting ready for the holidays next week.
Yeah,
Starts, I
exactly. Yep.
guess.
That time of
Yeah.
year. So thanks for hopping on, man. I just want to get into a little bit about your background and your history. What made you start Step Ahead Solution? I mean, you've been around for like 19 plus years. What's your history like?
Yeah, I came here into this country in '94, mid
Mhm.
'94, and it was a pretty wild journey. I started off as a consultant, and I was kind of working for pretty big companies like Oracle, GE, and Sun Microsystems and Siebel, and kind of later on matured into business intelligence and data warehousing SME. And then when Siebel got acquired by Oracle, that's when I branched out and started my own firm to continue the business intelligence space with my customers worldwide. And then
So when
we
so
got,
when Oracle acquired your company, that's when you decided to branch off.
yeah, that is a time when, no, not my company. I was part of Siebel, and
Hmm.
that is when Oracle acquired Siebel, and we were doing a very specialized Siebel analytics at that time, and kind of branched out at that time from Oracle, and then continued my business intelligence implementations with the Fortune 500 companies. So some of the big names that I've done in the past are Jefferson, B Aerospace, Bosch Healthcare, Facebook, Verizon, and some of the places we have done a lot of work. And then I got into the federal space, and I kind of wanted to get into a much larger space than I was operating, and that's why I got into the federal space. And one of the things that we kind of came out, I realized out there was they were actually creating a team of organizations, grooming them rather, for the CMMC that was bound to happen sometime. It was, I mean, when it started, the whole initiative started almost 10 years ago. So they expected this to happen within 2, 3 years after when they started this, but then it kind of stretched into more than 8 years. And I've been with them during all the time, going through the entire certification metrics and learning what the product and capabilities are. And now today, I think it's become alive, and it's operational, and it's become a necessity for those operating in the defense industrial space. So I'm one of the few people who are authorized and trained by DoD to implement and get organizations ready. So it's a new greenfield market space that I'm operating in. It's yet to get started, but it's a huge, huge opportunity to get companies cyber secure. So that's what we
Yeah.
do.
No, extremely exciting. So, I mean, so you gave us a lot there. Now, what do you think is your ideal customer right now?
See, if you look at the defense industrial base, there are over 300,000 companies, and anybody doing work with the government, like even if they are janitor services or they are selling clothing or whatever it is to the defense bases, they all become, the small businesses that are operating there. So most of them are like 1 to 5 people organization, but they do millions of dollars worth projects with the government. They have, but as an organization themselves, they are very small, and they are kind of not well set up to operate, but they have these projects and they're supporting it. And what the federal government found out was, the information that is being exchanged between them gets compromised, and that leads to a lot of intellectual property theft. So I think, every year almost $600 billion of intellectual property theft is being stolen, and they want to put a
600
lid on it.
billion?
Yeah, that's what
Insane.
it is. And yeah, it's getting so every year. And now with the AI, it's just compounded in a very, very big way. It's getting
So
very
that's interesting. So no, I want to let's expand on that. So AI, you mentioned AI. So what you're I was going to ask you, what are the trends you're seeing? So obviously AI is everyone, it's on the top of everyone's.
yeah. Yes, see, the AI has become very sophisticated. We always think of AI being using for to make our life easy. At the same time, the same AI is also being used by the bad guys as well, and they are finding ways in which they can impersonate. So, just to give you one hint of what they are capable of doing, there have been scams where they call your mobile phone and you don't answer. You just, either you leave a message, or you say, hello, who's it? And you hear a period of silence. What they are trying to do is they're just trying to capture your voice. And once they capture your voice, they map it to your source, your mobile. And then once they find that identity, what they do is then they use their voice and they use AI, and they put messages as if you said, and scam you.
That's really
So
scary. I mean, that's really scary. Like if my voice is calling my mom
yeah,
and saying, "Hey, mom, I need $10,000 right now.
yeah.
Please wire it to me."
See, this really happened with one of my friends. That person actually died,
Oh man.
and his wife immediately gets a text message. One of his wife's relatives in UK, they get a text message saying this person died. They need money urgently. Transfer some money right away, and they believed it because it comes from his own wife. They impersonated, and then they found later on that they've been scammed. They were duped for almost $100,000.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
So
gosh.
these things happen like that. So the thing is, the whole point of thing with the CMMC is, you can have the world's best cybersecurity tools, you can have the best resources to manage and do all that, but still, you're not really secure, because if you do not have if you do not approach security as a controls based approach, like you're looking at each and every functionality of security as a security control and managing it, it's going to become very difficult for you to manage security in general. That's why CMC was introduced, because there's a deliberate process in which you can secure everything. So we have about 110 security controls. So when you implemented it correctly, you can reduce. It's not that you can prevent, but you can at least reduce the cyber threats dramatically.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously nothing's 100%. Um, so where so where are you seeing I guess the most threats come in? I mean, a lot of the times I see, human error, but I mean, it sounds like, between the government and any potential vendor that is working with the government, something's getting stolen in between that interaction. So, how are they getting in and what are they doing?
It's happening through social engineering. That's the way that is what we are seeing. And also, I saw a report recently that most of the global organization are increasing their cybersecurity spend by over 30% for 2026, because they are finding this increased threat from AI and cyber ransomware and other things in general spiral out of control. So you need more intelligent kind of systems to manage and reduce this. So social engineering attacks is one of the most common way in which people get compromised, because besides all the automation, we have to do something. See, only when we initiate something, that's when the whole threat happens. So people are still not, you know aware of what they should do and what they should not do. So most of the things happen that way without their knowledge and without their insight. They do things that kind of gets their bad guys into their space easily.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing a lot is, um, especially like SMBs are
Yeah.
saying, why would they target us? We don't have anything valuable. Or
Yeah. That's what they say. The thing is, even if you're not dealing with one of the things that we try to do is you don't need to be a government entity or pursue CMC to have CMC in place. Forget the CMC certification, but have the security controls in your organization as a small business. That is going to secure your operations dramatically because you don't need to answer anybody to do a certification, but you can at least have a security controls based approach towards your security and you manage all of those security controls. Now that CMC is in place, there's a lot of compliance tools that map and manage that. So if you have that in place, it makes you a lot more safer. Because everything is now cloud and cloud is not secure,
Mhm.
so you need to secure the cloud yourself because it's all shared responsibility. So who's really going to own what's out there? So the solution that we have in place is we were answerable to more than 90% of all the security controls we put for you so that you can operate your business more securely uh, and safely. And doing this, if you look at the cost wise in terms of trying to do this on premise of their own team, then going through a subscription model, while the subscription model is a lot more cheaper and more cost effective than if you try to do it on your own. So it brings in a lot of value for the organization when you try to do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely makes sense. And it just seems like, there's a lot of companies, not only is it, you know, would be difficult to do on your own. I mean, yeah, they don't even know what they're doing. So,
Many large companies are compromised today. It's not the small businesses. You
yeah.
look at large companies; they all have the best of the grade cybersecurity. Still, they're compromised, and we see these threats happening all the time. Even cybersecurity companies like uh, CrowdStrike and Sonic Wall, and they all got compromised because through backups and patch management, these things are again, you know, CrowdStrike did not. They did an upgrade, and that it was not rigorously tested within their domain, so it went out and crashed everything. So we can avoid all those issues if CMC is followed.
Well, they just need to talk to you, Kenny, right?
Yes, so.
Yeah.
So
I mean, all right. So, I mean, right now, where do you see your company in the next 6 to 12 months? Where do you see
see,
the, yeah.
we are in a very it's kind of in a the law. It has become a law in November 10th of this year that every contract in federal government got to be compliant with CMC. So what they
Yeah.
have done is all of the contracts that are existing, they are frozen. So they are not active. So they're stopped right now, pending certification compliance. So 80,000 companies are directly affected by that right now. And for next year, projects are not started without CMC in place. So there's an acute demand, and there are not many people fulfilling that space. Hardly, if you put together all the people that are out in the CMC ecosystem who are trying to support this entire initiative, would hardly be less than 1,500. And we have about 80,000 companies. Only about 83 CCPOs are currently can certify organizations. So
So it's
very,
a massive scramble to get this
yeah,
certification right now.
exactly. But at the same time, people are very scared, and they got everybody is new in this space, right? There are a few people who are quite big. They're kind of established. They get everything at this, and there are a lot of small players who are also trying to make it through. And it's difficult to find them. It's difficult to identify them as well. So it's kind of in the crossroads. But people are kind of hesitating, but I think from 2026 onwards, there's no more waiting. They have to get onto the space. So people have to be trained, and people have to adopt. So we are seeing a lot of inquiries coming by our way, and everybody is saying 2026 is when we'll get started. So we're kind of waiting on that probably by next month. As it is, we have started quite a few engagements this month and next, and there's a lot of demand and pipeline getting built. So hopefully by January, February, we should see an uptick in all this. So we're hoping to grab a small share of this market as well. So
Yeah, that's great.
it
You
should be.
mentioned you're getting some inquiries. Do you guys get these through your website or referrals? How are you getting your business now? I mean, you've been around for almost 20 years, so I imagine you've had a few referrals. But
No, we mostly see for this one, everything has to come by through through Cyber AB marketplace. That is
Mhm.
where DoD has instructed their entire defense industrial base to go and look for vendors who can provide services. So we are part of that Cyber AB marketplace. So many of them are looking at us through that, and they are reaching out to us. And
That's
but
great.
the more effective thing would be to directly reach the defense industrial base and connect with them. So that we are not able to do. We need to have a pretty good marketing in place to do that. We are not at. We don't. We are kind of those are our shortcomings and not being able to have that tap into that space. But all the things that we it's happening to us are coming organically. People are going to the cyber AB marketplace and they are searching for companies, and we and also referrals. Whoever gets trained, certified, they go talk, and we are getting it. So we are publishing videos a lot through which people come, and our website is also generating certain number of traffic as well
Great.
because not many are doing this. So
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you kind of beat me to it. I was going to ask you, if you had this magic wand to wave and fix any problem, what would you do? And it sounds like, I mean, you want more direct outreach. Is that what you're trying to find?
yeah, that is what we're trying to find because we need to because as I said, 80,000 people need, and many of them are going to the same entities, and they cannot handle more than they could.
Right,
Uh,
right.
so it's got to spread out sooner or later, and a lot of C3PAOs we are partnering with to make things easy for them because they have a pipeline of over a year now. It's already built up. So they cannot get to their own customers. It takes around 6 months, 8 months for them to get to them because they're already backed up with customers. So they kind of working with us and trying to help and get their pipeline to be ready for an assessment so that they can then go and do the assessment. Assessment itself will take about a week or two, but they have to get ready. That's the biggest part. That is getting the technology implemented, getting all the controls in place, getting all the evidence. That's a long process. It takes between 8 to 6 to 18 months
Yeah, yeah.
typically, and the cost is also pretty high. DoD is estimating between 100 to 150 to 200K easily to do that for any small business. Even if a five-man organization, it's around 100K per annum to get it done. But on the flip side, you spend that much, you're bound to get projects worth $2 3 million right away. That's
Right,
a
right.
big
Exactly.
advantage.
I'm curious how many you said you're part of this marketplace where people are reaching out to you directly. Now, how many
Uh-huh.
companies are listed in that? And how do you get on that?
That is what I told you, right? There are about only 83 C3PAOs. There are only about 300 or CCAs out there. So not many. And there are only about 30 ATPs. We are one of them. So
Yeah.
not many companies out there. Very few.
Yeah, yeah.
And they are catering to this entire space. So I think we
Everyone's
have a
getting
good,
swarmed.
yeah, we have a very good sleek marketing and sales team. Then you can you can do wonders in this space.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely.
And we have also built an enclave. We are just not training people. We have built an enclave that is compliant with CMC controls. Right now, it is being sold in AWS Marketplace. These enclaves cost typically around 40 to 50 grand per year for 5 users, and then we work with the customers to customize and adopt it. So I mean, it typically ranges between 60 to 80K, or close to 100K. It comes to for some customers. If it is a small, if it is big, it kind of exceeds more than that. So that is how we try to follow the guidelines and make sure things work. And also, our training is very unique and different. We are the only ones to incorporate mind mapping, and we have over 400 videos in our training portfolio for CMMC. So LMS contains that many videos to help with awareness as well as with certification, both.
Yeah. The video, I mean, videos are definitely helpful. I'm just curious, how long are the videos? Are they in the short little pieces, or are they longer modules? Or, I mean, does it vary?
No, these more typically most of these videos are like 5 to 7, 8, 9 minutes, mostly
Yeah,
around that range.
yeah.
Then we have mind mapping videos where we have mind mapping of the controls, and then we have a conversation piece that goes between two assessors, how they would strategically implement the control, what pitfalls to avoid, how they would, what objections they would face with the customers, and how they can resolve it. All from the practical point of view. It's like a discussion between two people. It goes for about 20 minutes. So 20 to 25 minutes. So that's how. So our goal is, the awareness videos will give users a comprehensive understanding of what it takes for for an overseas an organization seeking certification. They are going to be implementing it. What is that they need to look at when they are trying to do this with a C3PO? How to get well prepared for it, so that they are not in the dark. They don't need to listen to everything that a C3PO says. They can be well informed, so that they can make informed decisions. Not only in engaging the right people to do their certification, but also when it comes to implementation, are they doing the right thing? Because a lot of people are in the market saying they can get things done, or you buy a product, you'll be certified. A lot of scams happening. So to avoid all that, you get the right information, and whatever information we provide are all validated and compliant with the cyber AV content. So we put that in every video as well. Nothing is outside the content that DoD had published. So everything is in the context of that. So you're getting clean, crisp information about how to manage and deploy CMC for your organization.
Incredible. I mean, it sounds like you have an amazing product out there, and you have,
Yep,
I mean, what you said, over 400 videos.
yep, yep, yeah, exactly. And I can show you some of these videos. They are very, very. They will be like a movie.
No,
You're
I know.
thinking of
I
a
I think you
movie.
showed me one offline before.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like a
No, they're
movie.
great.
So it's very interesting. People like it. It's like you don't feel bored.
Yeah, yeah. It's
They're
not
shot
like
in
it's
there.
not a standard,
Yeah,
educational video. Yeah,
yeah.
you're engaged.
And yeah, and we use a lot of AI into what we are doing. So even Enclave, there's a lot of AI by agentic AI is out there to help people be compliant within their space. So a lot of AI is into what we have produced and deployed so far.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, I mean, I really appreciate you hopping on here.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Kenny. And for all of our guests, we know where to go for any compliance needs right now, right? Step ahead.
Yep, yep.
And
Stepaheadsolutions.com.
awesome. Yeah, so yeah, where can our guests find you? Your website?
Yes, stepaheadsolution.com, and you'll find us in LinkedIn as well as YouTube videos. We have a Step Ahead channel where we publish a lot of our videos that are very insightful.
Nice.
All of them are less than 5, 6 minutes videos,
Perfect.
so that's what we do.
Awesome. So I'll put those links here below the video. Thanks so much
Mhm.
for joining us, Kenny, and I hope you have great rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I
Thank
appreciate your time, Alex.